it's not. Let me see. Why is it not? Guys, 1 second. 1 second, guys. Just let me adjust this internet. Now, it has connected. So, guys, welcome to my breakfast show. You already know my name. So, now I'm ready to flow. I'm ready to drop my lines. Guys, as you join me, like and share. Invite friends. Invite family members. Let's go. This is my breakfast show like always. So, let's see what we can achieve this morning. Yesterday I went live and somebody came to beef me. An Indian man came to beef me. But then, I cannot take because of one man and condemn the whole Indians. I'm not like that. I've met a lot of good Indian people. There are always good people and bad people in every race, in every, country, in every town. So I cannot. Sugi or sugar, is that sugar or sugi? Soge, thank you for the likes. I cannot take because of one Indian man and hate all Indians. Indians are not problematic people. So, this morning, everybody is not bad and everybody is not good. That is the reality of life. There are good people and bad people everywhere. So guys, you're welcome to my breakfast show. This morning, I'm in the mood to talk. So, but then before I go further, you see, I like keeping it real. You know why? I'm not on social media to please people. Like, why I said I'm not on social media to please people is, I'm here for a mission, to fight injustice. Do you understand me? And you see, so many of these you are big influencers. These people you call your influencers, most of them don't stand for anything. You see some people, they tell you they have millions of followers. You go to their page, they represent nothing. They are after making money online. You don't see them speak up against any evil. Even when things are going wrong in their communities, in their towns and villages, in their countries, they don't speak up. You cannot see them speak up against corruption. Do you understand me? Because they are expecting endorsement from big companies to give them money. So these guys don't represent, they are not, I wonder even why some people are following them. Even if I should take you back to Africa, where there is high rate of insecurity, where there is kidnapping, where there is armed robbery and other kind of, criminality, they don't speak up. I know so many people that have millions of followers. All what they do is, they come online to dance and make comedies. But to impact on people's lives, they don't do it. I'm not such a person. Yes, I'm not here to, please followers. I'm not here to like say there are some videos I'm not supposed to drop because some people may be offended. I'm not such. When I see faults, when I see injustice, inequality, I point it out. That is why I am on social media. When I see injustice, inequality, I point it out. Where you oppress a fellow human being, I cannot say because you are white, black, Asian, or whatever, I'll keep quiet because I don't want you to unfollow me. If I speak the truth, if you want, unfollow me because I speak against maybe something related to you. But the truth must be spoken. The truth must be spoken. So guys, welcome to my breakfast show. You already know my name. My name is RODDY. This morning I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna be real. So I want more people to join us. One of my bro, Sugi, I think that should be the name, is liking a lot. Guys on TikTok, YouTube, like and share this. It costs nothing here. It costs nothing to support a brand. I'm already big. So you are supporting me is just extra. You get it. That's why white people are much more better. I go to some white platforms. They are not making sense, but you see them have millions of followers, Europeans. They don't even drop educational contents. But you see white people support whites. Black people find it difficult to even support their own. Even when you are protecting their interest, when you are speaking for them, they still find it difficult to support you. Do you understand me? How do you grow? When you see somebody that is doing what you cannot do, you support the person. Can you open the door for my boy? You understand me? When you see somebody that is doing what you cannot do, you support the person. At least I'm spreading the news. So guys, this morning there are so many things I want to speak about family. I'm going to speak about family affairs. Family affairs. And I'm gonna keep it real like I always do. I'm gonna keep it real like I always do. Now listen. Family affairs. Before I proceed, but I want to talk to us. I know so many of you, so many guys that are following my TikTok page. So many guys that are following me on YouTube are based abroad. That means they are living outside their native land. Many of the guys, like myself, I'm not living in the country I was born. I came here at a very young age. So I'm not living in the country I was born. Now listen. Your greatest prayer should be to return home alive, even at old age. Your prayer, what you'll be praying, your prayer should be for you to be alive, to return back to your native land. Because many left their homelands and they did not go back. They died on the way. Yes. So many people that we embarked on this journey together, a lot. Somebody said, Joshua, let me respond to you. Austria is not white. He said Austria, only white country. Austria is not only white country. If you come to Vienna, Vienna is multicultural society now that I'm talking. Vienna is I live in Vienna. I've lived in Vienna for over 30 years, counting. So Vienna is a multicultural state now. So don't say what you don't know. You don't live in Vienna. You get it. You don't live in Vienna. That's my son here. Don't show them your face. I'm live.
I'm sorry.
You see? Let me block. Then they do what you want to do. So Vienna is a multicultural state. Austria self now. Are you talking about Australia? People are immigrating everywhere. Okay, let me just continue. I don't want to respond to people this morning. Now, many of you watching me are based abroad. Your prayer should be, World, good morning. Your prayer should be to return home alive at the end of your hustle. Every day you see me worried. You know why? I am worried every day because of my children, myself, and where I come from. Let me tell you, if you don't return home, there is what we say, if you don't return home, everybody, every male, every man watching me now, if you don't return back home, 100% is your life will close. Did you get me? Everybody that's watching me, if you don't go home at the end of the day, this is my greatest worry. One thing is for sure, your lineage will close. In my language, they say, Amageshi, that is, your lineage will close. It is 100%. Maybe now you are still very young. So now maybe now you are still very young. You are not worried because you nearly came to Europe. Wait, you just saw my youngest son now. Go to the kitchen. That's my last born. Go to the kitchen. Every day I think about how do I take them to Africa? How do I take them to Africa? Can they cope in Africa? And so many other questions that I always ask myself. Now, I know so many men who had plans of going back to their home countries later, who died here and left their wife and children here. Their wife and children are still here and never to go back to the home country of their father. Do you understand me? So now, as a young man or as an advanced man that is living in Europe here, if you keep staying abroad, the more your brothers, your sisters keep dreaming of taking over what you've been able to make at home or your investments at home. You may think your brother is nice to you, your sister is nice. These people are not nice to you. Let me tell you, because David E., I see you. Because you've been away for too long, they have no feeling for you anymore. That your sister, that your brother has his own family, his own children that he is caring for, that he cares for, not your children. You that is living in abroad, he does not even know your children. He doesn't know your children. That your sister they don't love you anymore. They only see you as a brother because of what comes out of your pockets. David E., I see you. So, their prayers are for you to remain abroad, never to come back home. For you to remain abroad, never to come back home. I know this. And some people, you see some people say, well, I don't want to go back to Africa anymore. I don't want to go back. You are making the greatest mistake. That is, when you say you cannot go back to Africa anymore, you are making a very big mistake, because when you die, your children cannot go back to Africa. You are the one that to take them back. This is why I pray for life. Ask Mambo, I see you. This is why you see me pray for life every day, to be alive. You think my wife will take my children to my village? Do you think my wife will take? Fear will not allow her. They will use juju, intimidation. Yes. They will use juju and intimidation to fight her off. But if I am alive, I can go and face them. Canary King asked me, why do I want to go back? Thank you. That's a very intelligent question. That's what I like hearing. Why do I want to go back to Africa? Number one, that is my origin. Yeah. I'm not telling you I want to go back permanently. I'll be shuttling to and fro. In African tradition, let me say this, in African tradition, men are the flag bearers of the family. That is, men carries the family name. If you watch around the world, when a woman gets married, the woman takes on the husband's surname. Men don't take the wife's surname. Listen, now, men are expected to carry the family's name along. And in African tradition, I do not know where you are watching me from. Men are the ones that keeps the family lineage going. Do you understand me? Men are the ones that keeps the family lineage, bloodline going. That like they marry women come, start bearing the family name of the husband, and the children born in that family will continue bearing the surname of the family. And so it goes from one generation to the other. You understand me? So it goes from one generation to the other. Now, many of us came to abroad for greener pastures. One thing led to the other. We are stuck here because by the time you are done with documents, done with raising children, you are advanced in age. You see some people tell you they are not going to go back to Africa anymore because they are already here. So many, as I'm making this video, so many compounds, family house in Africa, so many compounds are desolate, empty. Because the men that are supposed to fill the gap are not there, they are away. When I was growing up, if you go to my village was bubbling. Anytime you go to my village, you see old women, old men, youths, even younger ones playing. You meet people whenever you go to my village. That's why during a festive period like Christmas and New Year festival, you see everybody return to the village. The village will be full and you enjoy village. But now, go to the village, nobody is there. All the men and women that own that village are in abroad. Do you understand me? Most of the men, so many I know even in my village now, there are so many compounds. I can count for you. So many compounds, nobody stays there for years. But when the father, the owners of when their parents were alive, those compounds were bubbling. Anytime you go there, you meet people, you see activities going on. The compound was filled up with people and activities. Now go to these compounds now. You hear this person is in UK. This person is in America. This person, some self are no longer, they don't even visit their village. You find out, like, in families where there are not many men, maybe you are one. I know somebody here. He is the only son. And this man is approaching 70 years, the only son. And he has been here for over 30 years. He has not come back. The only son of the family. Now, if anything happens to him, that lineage will be closed. I keep telling him, I said, boy, look, even the only son is not supposed to even travel abroad. David, I see you. The only son is not supposed to try. I remember when I was growing up, if you are the only son, I knew some only sons who were married. They got married at the age of 16 years, 17 years. In order to keep, yes, when you are the only son of the family, you see the parents marry a wife for the boy on time so that the guy can start making babies, so that family will not close. So that family will not close. And then, good morning to everybody. And then, today, you see only son. I have a sister. I don't know if she's going to watch this video. I'm talking about my younger sister. Listen to me. Every now and then, she would tell me that her son want to come abroad. This is not even, she has only one child, a boy. And I do talk to her. I spoke to her one time. I told her, I said, if I were in your shoes, I wouldn't send my only child abroad. She said, the boy need to travel abroad to go make money. I said, listen, you are over 50 years. That my sister is over 50 years. And she wants to send her only child abroad. I spoke to her the first time. Spoke to her the second time. I said, look, if I were in your shoes, I wouldn't do it. What if something happens to him? Though we don't wish it. What do? You know you can no longer bear any other child. You can't born another child. You've passed the childbearing age. And the only eye you are using to see, you want to send abroad because you want him to go make money for you. I said to her, I wouldn't make this mistake. Before you send this boy abroad, think it very well. I don't want anybody to come crying to me. Don't come cry, say, look at what's happening. We don't pray for that, but I wouldn't do it. Now, if you have many children, like 4 children, you can decide to send one abroad. There are reasons why people have many children. There are reasons why people have many children, especially in the olden days. Joshua said, take time. You know, some people don't understand. If I have an only child, I'm not talking about many children. If I have one child, I cannot send that child to foreign land. Whether that child is a girl or a boy, if I have only one child, I will never send that child anywhere because I want to be there to protect the child. The child may go and friends may influence the child. He may live with drug dealers. He may meet very corrupt people along the way. They may introduce him into a very bad lifestyle. Let me tell you what you don't know. There are young men that came here from Africa. It's no joke. See, I want to say it the way it is. I saw some men that came here from Africa, young men. Guess what? Men, they went into prostitution. I have nothing like, see, I know men, young men that came here and went into prostitution. There are people that came here because of African tradition and culture. There are some lifestyles that they could not practice in Africa because of African lifestyle and tradition. They were scared. But as they came to Europe, they became free, started living life anyhow, because they believe European laws, Western laws protects them. I will not say it all here online. So sending your only child abroad because you are competing with others, you want him to go and make money for you, or want her to go, you are taking risk. You understand me? Because if anything happens to that child, you are no longer young. You understand me? Say you are in your 20s, I tell you there are some mistakes when you make it, you can never correct it. When you make certain mistakes in life, depending on when you make that mistake, you will never correct that mistake again. So I tried to discourage her from sending her son abroad. She saw me as enemy of progress. You see it. I tried to discourage her from sending the only child she has abroad. She saw me. You see, she saw me as an enemy of progress. Then I allowed her. You know, you advise some people. There are some people, when you advise them, they take that advice. Some people, when you advise them, what's going on? Let me open this window. I don't know why this thing is not connected. So guys, I'm coming. Let me open this window. So now, I'm back. So I'm back. Sorry for the interruption. I just tried to open the window. So, wait. So, now, you advise some people. When you advise some people, they take offense. But there are people, when you advise them, they reason with you. They tell you, oh, uncle, what you said, or brother, what you said was the truth. I cannot send my only child to abroad. No, I cannot do it. Michael, is not cold in Vienna now. Vienna is still very hot. It's not too cold. It's a little bit. It's still, even we are still using fan, but I did not switch on my fan. Now listen to me. Now let's go, guys. Listen to me. I want to drop my line now. So many men you see in abroad here, if care is not taken, the children will never go back to Africa anymore. Especially if anything happens to that man. I've seen it. If you are living in abroad as a young man and something happens to you, forget it. That your woman that is telling you she loves you will not go represent your children because they were born in abroad. They will not go back to Africa. Even your investments may be lost to your family members. Your investment may be lost to your family members, and that is the greatest sorghum. What I continue to think every day. Can the children defend the properties you made in Africa? The children you born in abroad, can they be able to defend the properties you made in Africa? Now, there was a way our ancestors handled things back in the days. There are ways our ancestors handled things back in the days. Polygamous family setting. Listen, polygamy is African tradition. Polygamy is African tradition, African way of life. It was Christianity and the West. Christianity came, and the Christian religion was what destroyed African tradition and way of life. The white man, the Europeans came to Africa, told you, listen, I'm going to be real, told you that one man, one woman. Europeans came to Africa, they told you one man, one woman. Now, today you see a rich man who has enough money stick with a woman, married to a woman. This man has billions of money, but married to one selfish woman who don't want to see the husband around another woman. See, why should we abandon our way of life, our tradition? That's why I keep telling you, why did we abandon our tradition and way of life and embraced another people's way of life? Now, look at what is happening in Africa today. Listen, when you go to Africa, you see many women many women are into prostitution. I'm going to tell you this morning. Many women are into prostitution. This is where Islamic religion, not only Islamic, African tradition got it right. Now let me tell you, did you know why? See, a lot of you that is living in abroad here, there is none of your wife that can tell you, ask you to marry another woman. None of your wife, because these women are selfish. Religion blinded them. There is no woman living in abroad now that can tell the husband, my husband, please, our home, our compound is desolate. Nobody is in our compound. Nobody is managing our property at home. Nobody is managing our land at home. Go marry another wife. Bear children so that our lineage will not close. There is no woman that will allow the husband. Today's women are selfish. How about women of the olden days? They married into polygamous homes and they were happy. You see now, you as a woman, you built duplex with swimming pool. You are working as a nurse. You are a businessman. You built a magnificent house, bungalow. That is world-class building. Who is in that building? You are not living there. Your husband is not living there. Your children are not living there. Now, instead of you to tell your husband, Oga, I think it is wise for you to go to Africa and take another wife, so that our compound will be bubbling with activity. You rather die in abroad, you rather leave that compound empty, desolate, than allow your husband to have another wife and born and other children. Let's go further. I know so many women will not like this broadcast this morning. Now listen. Many of you that are selfish, many women that are selfish, you are here today as a result of polygamous setting. Many of you are here today because your great-grandparents, married multiple wives. Before Christianity, even now, even when I was still a young boy, so many families I knew, so many men I knew had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wives. That was why when you go to villages, you see activities, you see villages bubbling. But today, because you are practicing Christian religious belief, what white man gave you, one man, one woman. Look at our villages today, desolate. You cannot eat your cake and have it. Our villages are desolate, empty, underdeveloped. These children, even, I think they said, be fruitful and multiply. These children you are supposed to born in your native land. So, make your native land bubbling and keep increasing. You are having it in a foreign land. Me too, all of us. Yes, all of us. We are all having it in foreign land. Now, when I was growing up, if a man marries a woman, listen to me, I'm not telling you lie. When I was growing up, you see a man marry a woman, a new wife. After 1, 2, 3 years, if that woman was unable to bear children, the next thing is the man will marry another wife. And the first wife will not have any problem with it. The first wife will keep trying to make her own children. You still see in Africa, where a woman, not all women are able to have male children. Some want to have male children, but are unlucky. You see in some family setting, where a woman keep having baby girls. When she got tired of having children, she would tell the husband, my boss, since we are having only daughters, it's better you go marry a second wife and try to see if you get a male child. Because if that family does not have a male child, that family's name will be wiped out from the map. The girls are going to get married, and there will be no man to keep the family's flag flying. I remember my father had a sister. So this sister, my aunt, my father's sister, the man she married had plenty plots of land, hectares of land, that they were not able to even farm on all the land. The man had so many land, so many. Guess what? In order for people not to steal their land in the village, listen to this story. In order, they had the land they had then when I was small, they had so many land that they don't know what to do. What my aunt, that is my father's sister, junior sister, did was, she now advised the husband to marry more wives so that they can be many and, possess their property. And the man listened to her, married many wives, and they were able to possess all the land that they inherited. Now you see a selfish woman Instead of advising the husband to marry many wives, the selfish woman will prefer for some of the land, hectares of land to get lost to strangers. You see some of these women, they prefer for this land to get lost to strangers. Now let me tell you, when you come to African settings, that is African tradition, what is considered wealth is what was considered a wealthy man is a man with plenty land. So what they did was, if a man can afford to take care of women like in Islamic religion, if you have the resources to take 1, 2, 3, 4 wives, you can marry as many women as possible, provided as long as you can provide for them. And what our ancestors did, my uncles, the ones I saw, what they did was, when they marry a wife, they give the woman, look at this parcel of land. This is yours and your children. Build on it, cultivate on it, and expand. You see that woman that's married into polygamous family, start farming, she will get her own portion of land. Start farming, start bearing children. That way, the family will be expanding, keep increasing. Today, such things don't happen. Now, our ancestors were so intelligent. Listen, those of you that keep talking down on your ancestors, our ancestors were very intelligent. How did polygamy help our societies? Let me tell you how polygamy helped our societies. Men took single women out of the streets. Like, you see a man marry 2, 3. When I was growing up, you don't see single mothers. You don't see single girls loitering about. Prostitution was certain. You said you rarely see women go into. There is nothing like hookup or runs girl, because these girls were married because of African tradition. Listen to me. See, men that are supposed to marry 3, 4, 5 women are now marrying only one woman, because that woman at home is selfish. And they say Christian religious beliefs doesn't allow men to marry 2 wives. Now, you know, naturally, women born more females than men. Everywhere around the world, there are more women than men. So our ancestors knew this. In order not to have single girls, they curtailed it by marrying many wives. Now, you see, instead of a woman going to the streets doing prostitution, you see, she will be busy on her farm or in her farm. She will be busy raising her children. Taking care of her children, attending to the husband. Now today, what's going on? You said Western civilization is better. What's going on? Look at how many single mothers we have in our societies today. Everywhere, you see prostitutes littered everywhere. Why? Imagine a man with one woman is supposed to have smallest 4 wives, 5 wives. Now, if, for instance, one man now marries 4 wives or 5, now check if every man should, marry like that, you see that a lot of these single women will be off the streets. But religion, Christian religion taught you. Said, who wrote that Bible, self? Who wrote that book? Humans like you. Another people's way of life. Instead of even coming out, you see, I told you I told you our ancestors were wise. Instead of even doing things official, I appreciate you. Instead of doing things officially now, what are men doing? Even in Europe here, white men, they have mistresses. They call it side chic. Side chic. Yes, instead, go to Africa. Many men, because they are afraid of their wife at home. And did you know how Europeans, made sure that you marry only one woman? Let me tell you. If you divorce that your only woman and you have children with her, they make you pay. They make you pay what we call alimente, child support. So it's a kind of oppressive system. They'll force you to stay with that woman. If you don't stay with that woman, they make you pay. You must pay for that woman, pay for the children, pay for everything. So in order not to pay, you stick with that woman. All these men you see in Europe here, let me tell you, many of them go to brothels. I drove taxi. Many of these Uyibo men are into polygamy, but not official. They have girlfriends, and many of them go to prostitutes. Why do you think prostitution is thriving in Europe? Most of these men you see, when I was driving taxi, that was when my eyes opened. When I was driving, Africans, you were scammed. When I was driving taxi, there was no night that I don't take like 2-3 men to prostitution, to brothel. They'll ask me as a taxi driver, take me to the nearest Achawo Bank. I know all the Achawo the hotels. Who do you think patronizes all these prostitutes in Europe? Who do you think are patronizing them? Most of them are married men. You don't know. Men, when I was driving taxi, I drove taxi mainly in the night. There was no night I did not take Uyibo people, Europeans, to brothel, Achawo house. They will tell you your ways are primitive. Polygamy is primitive, but they're doing it. You know why I told you that some Africans don't think? Let me say it, because this is why I'm here. I like keeping it real. The people that brought religion to you, they told you one man, one woman. They condemned your way, that is your tradition, that is polygamy. Listen to me. They condemned polygamy, said it is primitive. A man is not supposed to marry multiple wives. But the same people are promoting homosexuality. Man marrying man, women marrying women. And they condemned your own tradition. See, this is your life, you can live it. You know, sometimes I speak my mind. I'm speaking my mind now. The people that came and told you that polygamy is primitive way of living. They told you, even you marrying multiple wives as an African man, they condemned it. Listen to me very well. So you think the same people that condemned polygamy are the ones promoting homosexuality, homosexuals and lesbianism. And some African people cannot think. Why? Why do you think they condemn polygamy? Because they don't want you to increase in population. They don't want you to increase in population. You don't think this. People, they tell you, they gave you religion, you embraced it, you believed it. Then where they are telling you now, a man can marry his fellow man, a woman can marry a woman. If I talk, you say, this man is talking. I'm telling you the truth. Think about it. So which one is better? A man having multiple wives, or a man marrying a man, or a woman marrying a woman? Now think it. Guys, as you watch me, go to my YouTube channel now. Subscribe to my YouTube page at Uncle Roddy. Are you listening to me now? Which one is better? Which one is better? Where are those women in the building? Which one is better? A man married, answer me, I want to hear from you. Answer me now. A man marrying many wives, or a man marrying a man, or a woman marrying a woman. What was written in your religious books? You understand me? Today they promote this. Even if people applied for political asylum when they say they are homosexuals, they are lesbians, they gave them up, they embrace them, they welcome them. So you are being oppressed. You are oppressed in Africa. They don't want to see you. And they condemn a natural way. How we came to this world, a man and a woman slept together and we came forth. There is no town or village in Africa that most of you watching me here, you are all products of polygamy. Maybe your forefathers married many wives. If they did not marry multiple wives, you will not be here. Today you open your mouth and say, nah. Now, many of us that are living, many of you that are watching me now are based abroad. Let me tell you, you have houses and you have land lying west in your this. You are building, nobody is living in it. If it were to be our ancestors, those men were strong and brave. They married their women, not women marrying the men. Those men were real men. Our ancestors were real men, not these sissies we have now. Yes, they married their women. Sometimes when I look at men today, men don't look like men anymore. And that is why. You see some men, they look so feminish. You see sometimes you see a man, you'll be wondering, is this a man or a woman? You will not even differentiate. You cannot be able to differentiate. Then you see a man marry 4 wives, and that man will be able, you see him control those 4 wives. Yes, you see, even in every tribe in Africa, you see it happen. Don't tell me, I saw it. Whether Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba, in every, with even, no matter the religion back then, African culture. I mean, African tradition. African tradition. Today, you say you are civilized. Some women will tell you they are feminist. Some say they are independent. Those men. One of my uncles married 7 wives. Some married 3 wives, 4 wives. And each time you go to enter any family, you see people. Well, anytime you enter any compound, you see that compound bubbling with children, activities, noise. Now you embraced Western way of life. Go to these families in the village. No single person is there. No single person. All of the houses, people bought lands. Nobody is cultivating. That land is lying west. People build houses. The house, nobody is there. You follow the European system of European lifestyle, Western civilization. In those days, women were taught. The women went to school. Our system of education went. Before a woman gets married, immediately they give birth to a woman. From the age of 10 years, 9 years, they begin to educate that woman how to live with a husband. Yes, you see the mothers begin to educate her how to behave in her husband's home, in polygamous setting, in monogamous setting. Women, even in my culture then, women were taught how to. You see the mother start by teaching the girl child how to cook, how to attend to the husband. Where are these cultures today? Distorted. Distorted. Today, I'm telling you what I witnessed. Even they prepare women for marriage. That was our system of education. They prepare women, young girls, for marriage. When I was small. Yes. And every female child back then must know how to cook. Every female child must know, and that is why you see most times you see some women when they get married to their husbands, if they don't have any skill, they start running restaurants or mama put roadside food selling, because their mother taught them how to cook. Many women you see today that are opening eye, many women don't know how to cook any food. Many women you see today, nobody prepared them for marriage. And if you want to talk, they will attack you. They know it all. Many don't know how to cook even their native food. So many men are suffering in their marriages. They are miserable because the wife they married, nobody prepared them for marriage. And preparing women, girl child for marriage was African tradition. Preparing women for marriage then, that was African tradition. Now you went to school, you went to university. What then did you bring to the table as a graduate? You went to the university and you brought nothing to the table. I told you that our African tradition is the best. We had another system of education. You must not go to the class for somebody to teach you. White people came and gave you chairs and you sat down. They began to teach you. In my tribe, we had our own system of education, that is apprenticeship. When you get to the age of like 10 years, 11 years, you go to apprentice, you go to Savoga, you go learn skill. Like 5, 6 years. After learning that skill, it's just like in German, Beruf Schule. You go learn how to do business, how to buy and sell. You go learn how to buy and sell. That was our own system of education. After 5 years, your master will settle you. And you start your own business and prosper. You don't need to learn English, French. You see so many of them did not go to school, but they became millionaires. Today, everybody needs to go to school, need to go sit on the class. After, they will give you a piece of paper and tell you are a graduate. After your primary school education, your secondary school education, your university, they will give you a piece of paper. White man gave you, white man system of education. You'll be happy. Say you are a graduate. But with that, your education, you are not able to improve the living condition of your life and your people. But our ancestors, guess what? In the morning, they will call their children, they go to the farm. They teach them how to farm, how to cultivate. Taught them all the leaves. Look at the foods, native foods that they can survive from. Guys, as you watch me, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Uncle Roddy and follow this page. Yes, all the food you are eating in Africa, even all the fruits, oats and gemuse, who discovered it? All the vegetables you are eating in Africa, who discovered it? Are white people the ones that discovered the food you eat in Africa, your ancestors? And you think education is when you sit inside the class and people teach you what is algebra? What does it mean in your language? What does algebra, Q plus this, all these things, you did it, you learned it, at the end of the day, you got nothing. White people, have a system of education that works for them. We are supposed to have a system of education that will work for us, that will make us thrive as a people, but we abandoned our own. Look at today. If you go online, all the girls are hookups. They are runs girls. Girls of 13 years, 14 years, 15 years. In those days, in the good old days, at what age did women got married? At what age? 13, 14, 15, 16. It has nothing to do with religion. My father married my mother when she was 15 years. I remember. My father married my mother when she was 15 years. I still, when I go to the village, I still see her picture. Very young girl then. When my mother was very young, I saw her picture. She would look 15 or even 14, 15, 16. African tradition. How many? See, my mother, my grandmother, I'm talking about my maternal grandmother, gave birth to 6 children, 5 girls, 1 boy. All the 5 women got married at very early age. None was single. You don't go then. When I was growing up, even 70s, it is very difficult for you to see a single woman in my community, in my village, in the town. All women were married. In fact, any family, any woman that wasn't married was considered a bad omen. If a woman don't get married then, in African tradition, if you don't get married, they say you are from a bad family or that woman has a very bad character. So that made a lot of women cultivate good manners by force. Today you want to live Western lifestyle. You don't care. You don't care. Even you see that you as a woman, you worked so hard in your life. You have 2 girls. And there are so many properties. You know your 2 girls are going to get married one day. You cannot control them. And you worked so hard. Unfortunately, you have no male child. And there you have properties in Africa. Instead of you to tell your husband, go try another woman. Let's see. At least bear in mind, if that's your woman, if that's your husband's wife, bear children. Those children are your children's, siblings to your own child, to your own children. They will have half brothers or half sisters, half. Now, you made money. Somebody is asking me, are you okay? You are asking me, are you okay? If you don't want to watch this video, this live, if you don't want me to block you, you better move out of this place. These are the feminists, the selfish women I'm talking about. Maybe you are selfish. You understand me? It seems like this, maybe you are living abroad and you've been brainwashed. You don't know your tradition anymore. I tell you, so many men you see, so many men are living miserable lives, are not happy with their lives. So many men are lost. Don't you know? So many men are lost. Don't come here to ask me, am I okay? You've got no reason to ask me that. First of all, you don't know my age. You don't know my background. You know nothing about me. So don't confuse women here. I'm telling you, how we lived, how these Europeans, you that is talking now, how these Europeans came and distorted our tradition. Did you read Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe? Did you know what this colonization did to the people of Africa? You don't know. You don't know. You think people that came, enslaved you, colonized you, would want it good for you. You want you to, prosper. Colonization was slavery. Now they came through the back door. Brainwashing, manipulation. They knew. Don't you know that there is power in numbers? Don't you know? There is power in numbers. They know that the more you populate, the more stronger you become. The more you are in numbers, the more. So they came with this. What was written in the Bible, what they wrote in the Bible was all fairy tales to brainwash you. They don't want you to populate the earth. They don't want it. Did you know that a black woman can bear up to 12, 15 children at a go? A black woman, when things were right, when they were eating organic food, native food, a black woman can bear 15 children, born 15 children, and stay stand without oppression. Don't you know? These are the things that scares them. They tell you, they brainwash you. Do you know what is called psychological warfare? War of the mind. They manipulated you. So what they did was they condemned polygamy, condemned your tradition. I don't want to go deep, self. I don't want to go into how they brainwashed us into even abandoning a lot of things. So that polygamy they discouraged was for you not to multiply in numbers. And today they want you. That's why they want to bring homosexuality to Africa. Don't bear children. Yes, that's why they are promoting homosexuality in Africa. And marry a man. If you marry a man, then it's unnatural. How are you going to born children then? See, how is a man and a woman going to reproduce? And this is what they are promoting. You come here and say, are you okay? Guys, as you see, as you're watching me, this is how we roll here. We keep speaking the truth. We say the truth. You understand me? This is why I told you, I am on social media to say it as it is. See, let me tell you, guys, as you watch me, don't forget to give me a follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel. There was a man here, an African man that married an African woman. Guess what? Every morning, this man will go to work, come back, and the woman will go. You know what the woman did? The woman, before the man comes back, the woman will spend so much money, go to African restaurants, go buy soup. Already cooked soup from African restaurants. Come back, warm it. If each time the husband come back from the work, the woman will warm it and prepare food for them. It took the man years. Time to find out that the woman could not cook. I told you that back in the days, they prepared women for marriage. They went to school for marriage. Everything, we had our own system of education. So, you as a man that is living here, you should endeavor to be alive. The prayer is for you to be alive. If you are dead, your generation may be lost. Because you think you are in abroad. Who is going to take you? Who is going to take your wife and children to Africa? You are the man. Forget women with their blah, 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 the noise they make. Cecilia, you are asking me if I can cook. Cecilia, have you not been listening to me? You see, you are asking me if I can cook. Where did you grow up? Where did you grow up? Where did you grow up? I'm asking you. Answer me.
You answer her. She asked you if you can cook because it's not only women should be in the kitchen. This is what she means. She asked you, can you cook? Because young men of today, they sabi how to cook.
Majestically man said we make noise. Yes. Yes, women make a lot of noise. Guys.
You didn't even answer the woman. Say, can you cook?
Please, I'm running my distance. Guys, as you watch me, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, go to Uncle RODDY on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Now, that's a way of supporting this channel. Go to Uncle RODDY on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, or you go to my bio on TikTok and subscribe. Press that YouTube you are seeing there. It will direct you to my YouTube channel. Subscribe. Carol said, why are women attacked in churches everywhere? Women are not attacked. In fact, women have it good. You fail to understand that men also suffer domestic abuse. Men also suffer domestic abuse or domestic violence in their homes. You fail to understand it. There are so many women, so many men that are going through hell. It's not only women. There are women that are making even life miserable for their husbands, even in Africa and everywhere. I don't run biased program here. I'm telling you how it is. You got it. I don't run biased program because I have daughters. And I want my daughters to respect their husbands. Do you understand me? I want their husbands. See, this Western lifestyle has destroyed a lot of marriages. Do you understand what I mean? Somebody said, if I feel miserable, see, I'm a happy man. You know, you see, when you watch my videos, I don't make videos to impress nobody. That is why this is why I'm on social media. And I don't encourage what is evil. I don't make videos to, see, I tell you now, in the olden days, women were taught, schooled, how to behave in their husband's home by their mothers and grandmothers. It's no lie. Women were schooled. If you like, if you don't know how to cook, you don't know how to attend, they were taught how to respect their men, their husbands. Because then, according to African tradition, when you get married, when they marry you off, when you get married to a man, you are not required to come back. They will tell you, go and make sure you build your home. That's your husband, that's your home. One thing a lot of these modern day women don't understand is, when you get married, you have a new home. You are no longer part of your parents' home. You've made up your mind, you've decided to build a life with your husband, and you've got yourself another family. That is why you bear children. That is why you bear the surname of your husband. And you live all your life working towards the progress of that your home. When you die, you are buried there. That is your home. You don't know it. This is why some people make the mistake. You have divided attention. You don't know where you belong. A lot of women were deceived. Well, depending on the man you married. You get it. And you know, we run different kinds of program here. This is my breakfast show. Our evening show may be something else. Do you understand me now? Our evening show may be something else. But the thing is, no matter where you are as a woman, learn to respect your husband. Learn to build with your husband, unless that man is somebody else, wayward, unprogressive, or mentally sick. You understand what I mean? Somebody said this is a sensitive topic. Well, I'm saying things. Okay, now look at. Let me take myself now as an example now. I have a wife and I have children. I have daughters and I have sons. Listen to me. Now, I have been in abroad for many years and all my children were born here. Now, we came from somewhere, Africa. I have a compound I came from. Now, many male children, their father gave them their own portion, their own inheritance, let's say ancestral land. Now listen, if I don't go back to Africa, what happens to the next generation? If I don't go back to Africa to show my children my home, what happens to the next generation of my lineage? They will be lost. Look at even African Americans are looking for their roots. They make every now and then, you see them after 500 years, you see them go do DNA test. What's it called? To find out the country where they came from. So now, if I don't take my family home, what happens to my lineage, where I come from? My name will be erased from that family tree. Yes, my name, after maybe 50 years or 30 years, I will be forgotten, and my children will be forgotten. Unless now I come in agreement with my wife, we relocate to Africa. We relocate to Africa, and gradually we begin to invite our children home. Yes, to come know their roots. To come know, if anything, let me tell you, if anything should happen to me now, my wife cannot take my children home. She cannot. The children self, you know Africa. Some of the uncles, brothers, nephews, all of them are cruel, very wicked. Some will use juju. I'm telling you. Some will use voodoo to fight the children off. Many don't even know the grand self. They don't even know. Many children born in abroad don't know their village. Only few. Only few. So, I'm not here to support evil. What I'm saying is, you respect, you are marrying, your husband is marrying you, not you marrying your husband. You don't take because you are living in abroad and you forget your tradition. You do what you want. Because you are living in abroad, you believe that European Western law covers you up. So guys, as you watch me, don't forget to subscribe. See, I'm not a comedian. Comedians make contents to get followers. They don't want to offend anybody. I saw the most popular TikToker, a black man. I watched his videos. He don't utter a word in his videos because he does not want to offend anybody. These are not, activists. These are not freedom fighters. These people don't impact positively in the lives of the people around them. They don't want to offend anybody. I'm not that kind of person. I want you to hear the bitter truth so that you can change. I want you to hear the bitter truth. You see, I'm not looking for endorsements from any company. That is why I speak the truth always. That's what I represent. I'm not looking, these people that have millions of followers, you see them, even when things are going wrong in their community, in their village, when there is bad governance, they don't speak up against corrupt leaders. They don't speak. Even if they kidnap their brother, they don't come out to condemn kidnapping. They don't want to lose followers. They don't want to lose endorsements. They cannot come out to speak the way I'm speaking because they are afraid of being denied a visa to America or UK. They are afraid. Many of them, even no matter you don't see them put their mouths in any political affairs. They are afraid of not being given a visa. They are afraid of being denied a visa to Europe. So they don't talk. They don't talk. I'm not like, I have a reason why I created this page, to say my mind, to educate people. You saw yesterday when an Indian man came online and said, an Indian man, can he call me a nigger? I gave it to him because I'm not begging for subscribers or followers. I taught him a lesson. I began asking him questions. Is India considered a rich country? He said, they have nuclear power. You have nuclear power, but your people are hungry. I did not take because of that man, because he is ignorant, and condemn the entire Indian people, because there are so many good Indian people, even watching me now. Also here in Vienna, I met a lot of nice Indian people. They don't make problems. But there are wannabes. There are people that consider, butterflies that considers itself bad. Butterfly that considers itself bad. You understand me? There are people that, Indian persons, sometimes Arabs that consider themselves white. Not all. I know Arabs that say they are black people, they are Africans. But you see some that want to go on the white European side, ignorant fellows. There are always, even there are Somalians that tell you they are not Africans. There are so many Somalians following this page. I've seen Somalians that say they are not Africans, they are Arabs. Arabs are pushing them away. They are forcing themselves to Arabs. Now, yes, so there are Somalian people that tell you they don't want to have anything to do with African people. They say they are Arabs. And the Arabs are denying them. Say you are not Arab. They are forcing themselves. They say they are Arabs. I'm not telling you a lie. Even I've seen some Somalian content creators come out to criticize these people. Arab wannabe. Arab wannabe. You got it now. So there is a Somalian in the building. He said, not all Somalian. He is a Somalian and a proud African. You are right. Like I said, you see, as I know that I told you I have so many followers. You see what we are talking about. Telephone from Africa every now and then. So don't make this mistake. I did not say all Somalians. I said some, which is true. I've seen videos where some elderly Somalian men and women say that why are Somalians claiming to be Arabs? By the way, see Somalians, what language do they speak? See Somalians, they speak Arabian language. Arabian language. When I see some of them are in Vienna, when you see them, when they walk past you, what language do they speak? Arabic language. That's another form of colonization. Another form of colonization. Why don't other race speak our language? When I tell you that religion was a tool used to colonize Africa, you thought I was joking. One day, while I was running a program here, a woman from Sudan said Arabs want to invade and Islamize Africa. A woman from Sudan said Arabs want to Islamize Africa. And they are working on it. Say Africans should wake up. He said, the woman said, some of you had the day she came up, she spoke. She said Africans should even get rice. that Arabs want to take over Africa and Islamize Africa. That is happening now. I'm not talking about, it's happening now in Sudan. Is this woman stupid? Can you write her? Tell Oyeka that I'm running program.
I'm not with her on social media.
Somebody said they will never. See, you that is saying they will never. Let me tell you, what was the origin of Islamic religion? What was the origin of Christian religion? What was its origin? When I told you that religion was a tool they used to, enslave and colonize Africa. Don't you know that language is power? Religion, you need to adhere to our religion. We don't practice our own African traditional religion. Before the advent of Islam and Christianity, we had our own African traditional religion. They came. Go read history. Christianity came to Africa in the 1st century. That is in North Africa, in the 1st century. That was when Christianity came to Africa, in the 1st century. It came through it came first of all to North Africa. Christianity, it came through from Jerusalem. Somebody called, one of the apostles called Mark was the person that brought it to North Africa. Then Islam came. So these two major religions were introduced, and let me use this word, forced on the people of Africa. Did not originate in Africa. So this is a tool of expansion. That is, they want to use it now. So what language, when you pray in Islam, what language do you pray? You pray in Arabic language. Many Africans, they have seen it. You've been so brainwashed. Many African people are answering Arabic names. The way many Christians are answering Jewish names. Many French colony, that many countries colonized by French, are answering French names. Portuguese, many like Angola and the rest, they answer Portuguese names. That is it. Brainwashing, like people defeated. Go to what? Okay, now look. When you see an African man, a Muslim from Africa, check out his name, Arabic name. Check all Muslim brothers and sisters, and what language, their prayer, even some of Africans. You said never. African people now go to Sudan, to go to Arabic university, to go learn Arabic language, school in Arabic, whatever. They go to Egypt. What do you understand by colonization? They go to African people now. When you speak a people's language, how do you dress as an African? You don't put on your traditional attire. You put on your religious attire. You answer name related to your religion. Yesterday, while I was coming back home, yesterday I said, how come the stories we were told in Bible, they spoke about Timothy, Joseph. Look at the names. These names doesn't sound original. It sounds English. It sounds, how many languages did we have then? When there were few people on earth, that these people will bear these names like Benjamin, Joseph, Timothy, Paul. Not typical European names, not typical African names. Man, use your brain. Angels, God's angels. You see the angel like Michael. An angel of God bears Michael. You believe it. Gabriel. Men, are we children? An angel of God is bearing Michael Gidison, almost English names and things like that. Africans, wake up. I tell you, do yours. Why aren't people, let people follow your way of life, embrace your culture, your tradition? Why follow other people's religion, other people's way of life, other people's languages and the rest of them? Why? Somebody once came, joined my life. Do you know what the guy said? The guy said, before, and a black person, an African person, he said, before I follow your page, I want to know your religion. I said, my friend, just remove yourself from this page instantly. So you see how religion destroyed Africa. He does not want to, listen to the message. He is judging me based on my religion, religious belief, or the religion I belong to. The religion I belong to. That's what he wants to judge me. Even, I don't want to go there because on this page, I don't want to preach hate. I want to use this platform to preach love. But at the same time, I want to use it to be using this platform to wake people of Africa up. Wake up! God did not create any religion. Humans created religion. I can write any book and tell you that it was through the inspiration of the Holy Spirit. Anybody, how would you know that the Holy Spirit inspired me or not? You got it. Anybody can write a book. They told you that the Quran, the Bible was written through the inspiration of the Holy Ghost or Holy Spirit or God. So I can tell you the same thing also. How would you prove it that God did not inspire me? How did you know that God inspired them? They gave you a book. You believed. You believed it. They told you stories. Because our ancestors did not, maybe they recorded their own stories, but this slavery and colonization destroyed it. Yes, Africans have their own stories, have their own great men. How come all the stories told in the Bible and the Quran were about other people's great men? Even when you talk about great people today, it's only Oyibo, white people. Maybe non-black people. How many black people that they consider as great men, as heroes? You can never see. You can never see them. There is nothing. World Cup was found by who? Founded by who? In English, this soccer, World Cup. Olympic. What are we as Africans doing or celebrating that the world joins us? Nothing. There is nothing that comes out of Africa that they value. They don't value. No matter if you invent something as Africa, they talk down on it. You as an African, the best soccer players, like J.J. Okocha that plays soccer more than Messi. The best, they still promote white people. Europeans. Do you understand me? Anything in Africa, they pull it down, they talk down on it. Whether your religion, your language, your way of life, they pull it down. And they tell you their religion is God's religion. The one founded by God, and you believe it. And the one founded by you, no, that is, they don't believe it. Majestically Mane said voodoo. Voodoo is not even evil. Who told you? Voodoo is this, how do you think Europeans don't practice voodoo? This airplane, you think most of the things, these technologies you are seeing here, you think it just came. Don't you know that there is witchcraft involved in many of the things you see, the technologies you are seeing? You think it's a joke. Don't you know that there is witchcraft involved in many of these technologies you are seeing? You say voodoo. Africans had power, spiritual powers. You don't know. Because you say voodoo, because they demonized it. They came and saw the power African people possessed. They demonized it. Did you know what colonization did to the people of Africa? Because what if African people were to use voodoo to, dominate the world, colonize the world? Wouldn't you be happy? If African people should use voodoo to control and dominate the world, wouldn't you be happy? Because everything about you they demonize, they talk down on. You say voodoo. Back then, people did astral travel. So people back then, when the African power, they will stay in their rooms and move. They stay in their room. The next time you see them in another location. They had the power. Go to Africa and see what they use juju to do. See what you see. Sometimes when you steal something, you break into somebody's home and say this, and they call all the youths in the village who stole this, and no, everybody denies. They say now everybody has to swear. You need to swear. Come cross this broom. Come swear before this deity that you did not steal it. You see the youths, that deity will catch the person that stole it. How is it evil? How is that evil? The white people, what works for us, they condemned it. Look at our societies today. Back then, you don't just go encroach in somebody's property, take somebody's land. If you do it, they go to deity and swear you there. If you take a land that don't belong to you, they take you to the deity, and that you answer. If you don't, how is it evil? It is justice and equity. They came and why did they steal a lot of these artifacts? Many of these things they stole. And you people are watching it in British museum, in all these foreign countries. The things you call idols that they condemned, they stole it. Even Africans are begging them to return these things. People, tourists go, they make money with it. The things they condemned, those carved images they condemned, those things, the graven image, why did they steal it? And you are saying it is evil. These people, they manipulate you, they brainwash you. Man, forget it. You understand me? How can a people who enslaved me, colonized me, turn around to tell me my ancestors were evil? And I believe them. This is Africa. Wake up. People that did such evil acts to us, atrocity, cannot tell you that your ancestors were good people. They cannot admit that your ancestors were great. They applied all means to make sure that they put Africa down. It's no joke. Guys, as you watch, you cannot tell me that my ancestors were evil. I came through my ancestors. My ancestors are me. They were me, or they are me. I came through them. They gave birth generation after generation. That's how I became who I am. So if you come tell me that my ancestors were evil, they are this, I don't believe you. You are an enemy to myself. You are an enemy to me. You got what I mean now? Guys, as you watch me, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Here we create awareness. We create awareness. Yes. I cannot be so stupid. You condemn polygamy. Say I shouldn't marry 2, 3, 4 wives. And then you brought homosexuality. Say a man can marry another man. a woman can marry a woman. And I believe you. I believe you. Say, these are the people that brought civilization to you. You are not thinking. Then I believe you. You encourage homosexuality, discourage polygamy, a natural way of giving birth, of a man and a woman to coexist, live together. The thing is, you believe everything because you believe it. This is what they did to you. They damaged your people's brain. They worked on your psyche. Brainwashed you. You don't question anything. Yeah. It's true. Me, I've stopped believing. Now I want to see. This is how the Bible told you, blessed are those that did not see, but yet believe. How can I believe what I did not see? You told me about hellfire. I don't know where hellfire is. You told me about heaven. I have not seen it. Why should I believe something that is non-existent, that I cannot prove? I should be stupid to believe what I cannot prove. You cannot prove it. See the scamming. Blessed are those that did not see. They tell you, believe what you did not see. You see how they scammed Africa. Something that is not real, believe it. In the next 1 million years, you cannot prove it, but still believe it. Something that you cannot prove in 1 billion years, they tell you to believe it. Who told you to believe it? Don't you have brain? Where is heaven? Where is hell? Show me. Only believe what you can prove. There is nobody that can tell you where heaven or hell is. You believed it because who told you? They gave you something on a book. They told you something. Some people sat down and, wrote their own ideas down. You believed it. If I write my own ideas down now as a black man, you will not believe it. You say it was written by a black man. Only when non-black person writes a book, you value it. You see what colonization did to the psyche of the black man. Yes. If I write my own book now, you will not believe it. It was written, after all, by a black man, an African. Only what Europeans wrote, or an Arab person wrote, or an Asian, non-black, you believe. But as I'm making videos now, telling you the reality, you will not believe it. Because this is a black man. You believe everything white. See the damage. See the scamming. So guys, follow me on, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also follow me on this page. Somebody said, let us stop blaming colonization. You understand me? What every time? You were not here when this program began. You just jumped in and made a comment. You've not been following my page. You don't know what goes on this page. You just jumped. You were not here when this you don't know how this program. This is a typical African man or woman. You just jump into a conclusion. You just came and you just made a comment. Because people are making comments. You did not know how this story began. How I got to this stage. You said we should stop blaming colonization. Did you know what colonization did to Africa? It did a lot to Africa. Today, Africans are not proud of themselves as black people. Africans are they have no self-confidence. They look up to Europeans. They see Europeans as next to God. Colonization also brought religion. Do you know what is colonization? When you are colonized, they destroy your that is your originality. When you are colonized, they destroy your originality. They destroy your language. They destroy your names. They destroy your religions and even everything about you. They dominate you in your land. You say we should not blame them. Why shouldn't we blame people that came? First us, what is baptism? Baptism, they gave us foreign names. You've got to stop answering your native name and then you start answering English name. Do you understand me? You've got to, then what is baptism? How did African people begin bearing English name, Jewish name, Arabic name? Our names, our native names. How come we start bearing Steve, Kingsley, Israel, Paul, and all the English names, Arabic names? People came and influenced it, forced it on us. You say we should not blame colonization. Why not? So say what you know. African women, why do you think African women prefer putting on wigs and bleach their skin? They want to look European. That was what colonization did. They make you hate yourself. Colonization, they made African people hate themselves. Why they call you nigger? They condemn everything about you. Self-hate was what they promoted. Today, why do you think Africans bleach their skins to look like Europeans? Wear wigs. Some go touch their nose. Because they made them hate themselves. That was what colonization did. Why do you think we don't eat our food anymore? They condemned because they want to sell their products. See, today, even African foods, they condemn. They will tell you it is this, it is this. They don't want, they want to sell. They manufacture, you buy. Be a consumer. This is why you were not here. This is why I told you, we should have maintained our system of education. Okay, this your European system of education now, what good has it done to Africa? All the graduates that you've been shunning out in Africa, look at Africa. Now I'm asking, how has all these schools helped Africa? Go to China, they go to school and they use it to improve their countries. Go to Asia, Japan, South Korea, but look at Africa. Chinese people are studying in their language, their own thing. Japanese people, Koreans, even Philippines, everybody, only African people. Everything, European, Uyghur people. Somebody made a request. Who was the person that made a request? Let me, please identify yourself. Let's see if we can bring you up. Or do we end it here? So guys, as you watch me, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is my morning, this is my breakfast show. We're going to go live later in the evening. If somebody made a request. Who was the person? Let's see. Somebody made a request. Who? Davidson, you made a request. Do I bring you up or not? Do you want to speak? Do you want me to bring you up? If you want, indicate, let me bring you up. To say your mind, Davidson, and then another person.
Bro.
Hello, good day to you.
Fantastic job. I want to congratulate you. You are very bold to come out to what is called, to spit out all this hatred that they have put between Africans. They have divided us so that they can rule us.
Yeah.
Are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you very well. Speak like that.
I am very sorry I'm at the supermarket, so you can hear a little bit of noise.
Okay.
But I want to make my input here that you have been very fantastic work. I'm a Christian. Up to date, I'm a Christian, but I I've gone into research and I've seen that all this religion that we are talking about is scam.
Scam!
Somebody who want to manipulate us and hypnotize us by this is so scheming, and I mean, I can identify it. Look at how now Africans, we hate ourselves. We hate ourselves. Recently, Nigerian people are making it in Ghana. Ghanaian people rise up. We are taking our job. We are taking this. We are taking this. And I say, nonsense. Nonsense. Who told you to say that? They are our brothers. It is these Europeans who divided us. In the olden days, we doesn't have Nigeria. We doesn't have Ghana. We doesn't have Kenya. We are clans. We're having clans. So as I am living here as I'm a Ghanaian, there are my brothers. In the olden days, there are my brothers in Nigeria, Kenya, or something else. Do you understand? We were all together.
Yeah.
We are clans, families, and all these things before they came and divided us so that they can rule us. Thank you very much. You are doing very wonderful work.
Thank you, I
And
appreciate
I'll give
you.
you one listing. I'll give you one listing. He said, Lord Macaulay. What Lord Macaulay said. He said, what we can do is that we have to break their backbone. Their so-called this thing, we have to break it. After we have breaking it, then we will incite the children, the youth who are coming against their fathers. It's written in the Bible too. Eh?
Yes,
Because if you believe, you have to, what is called, rise up against your father and your mother. All these stupid things have been inserted in that book. And the people are hailing it, especially these Africans. I don't know what's wrong with we Africans, our mind. Because we have been hypnotized. We have been manipulated. The white man was able to go inside our mind. Was able to go inside our mind faculty.
Yeah.
And now he's manipulating our minds. That is why now our women are not original again.
No, they are not.
Our men have resort to insults and talking rubbish and all kinds of these things. They don't know their roots. Nobody knows their root anymore. When we talk, then pastors are coming after you. Continue to do the good work. I'm supporting you. Now I'm following you. You follow me because we all have one mindset. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So, let me mute it. Yeah. So, guys, well, you can deceive me or some people when we were younger, but not now anymore. You understand me? We have brain to think. You told us stories and we believed your stories as children, not now that we are grown. Man, we don't believe those stories anymore. So, and if you like, you wake up. If you don't like, stay where you are. So, if you like, you wake up. If you don't like, if you like, you stay in ignorance. Continue wallowing in ignorance. Where my name is RODDY. I want to say thank you for being part of this broadcast. If you join this page, expect to see this kind of program every now and then. I will continue speaking up, saying the truth, keeping it real. That's it. Ikem, but people are hearing our voices, people are watching, things are changing gradually. It took them years to brainwash Africans, to bring these religions to Africa, by fire, by force. They spent years to manipulate Africans. Do you understand me? They spent years to manipulate. So it's going to take years to reset the brain of African people. People, we are happy there is social media. We don't rely solely on their television, media houses anymore. You understand me? Did you know? Go to Africa and see how they brainwashed African people. Even it is not easy. It's going to be a fight. Before Africa, because there are so many women and men that do not have access to social media. They don't join these platforms. They don't hear our voices. Heaven is here on earth. How you make your bed is how you're going to lie on it. Hell is here on earth. We are going to touch all these things later in the evening. Somebody say, make a request and I will bring you up. Make a request, I'll bring you up before we call it a day. I did not see your request. Make a request and I'll bring you up. You say your mind. Anybody that wants to say his or her mind, then I'll bring you up.
Good morning, Uncle Roddy.
Good morning to you. You are welcome.
Thank you very much, sir. Good morning to everybody. Really, you were saying very interesting words. And since I've been following you, I will say I have not regretted following you at all. And I want to touch on something that you just said.
Okay.
It took them over 200 years to put us in the position we are now.
Okay.
Because they were able to change our educational system. That is why right now in my community, I am organizing so many programs that are teaching the children about their history so they can know the little that is left of where we are from.
Yeah.
If you look, I was discussing with a German woman recently, and she was like, why is our educational system like that? I told her that, look, if we decide to teach our children in the way that we want, when the well-informed and well-educated one come over to your country to look for a job, you will not accept them because they are not educated in a way that your country think is right for them.
Mm-hmm.
The educational system that is given to us by the colonial master have to be preserved so that the brightest ones among us can come here and work, and they will be sure that, okay, this person has been groomed in a way that we programmed. That is how that's how bad our educational system has been corrupted. And this issue of religion, take it anyway. Religion was created for only one purpose, and that purpose is to control. That purpose is to control us. Some of us are so blinded. Recently, I think yesterday, I saw a video of a priest who was wearing a Catholic gown, and he went to, because of lack of words, he went to a shrine to take away the deity and was destroying the shrine. I just shake my head. This man is destroying his own history with his own hands. He's disrespecting his ancestors with his own hands.
Yeah.
This is why we need to keep spreading the word, and this is why I appreciate your platform. I really, really appreciate this, and I want our people to know, those that are not here, the same people that brought Christianity to us, were the same people that went around the world unaliving Christians in the first place.
Yeah.
They were unaliving Christians, and then they decided, okay, now we want to be the Christian and give the whole world Christianity. These things are really funny, and I appreciate your work very much. I'll follow you on YouTube. Thank you very much, and bless you, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Even some people claim to be Christians. They don't know what Christianity means. You know, some people don't know what Christianity means. Let me tell you, if you don't know what Christianity means it's a combination of two words, Christ and Tian. Christ and Tian. Now, Christ means anointed, and Tian, Christ means anointed, and Tian is a Greek word that means little. So Christianity means anointed little ones. You are little. Anointed little ones. Another definition of Christians is followers of Christ. But the real definition is anointed little ones or poor fellows. Christ means anointed. Tian. This is why you speak languages you don't understand. This is Greek word. Tian means little, anointed little ones. So if you are a Christian, you are a little one. You made yourself little by what they gave to you. The same thing, I tell you, as you are here, whether you are a Muslim or a Christian or whatever, first of all, you are an African man. And this religion was forced on your ancestors before you were born into these families. That means if Indians were the ones that colonized Africa, they came with Hindu or Buddhist, today you would have been a Hindu or a Buddhist. If Indians had been the ones that came to colonize you, forced their religion on you, today you would be defending Hindu and say that is the true religion, Hindu or Buddhist. That's what you'll be defending today. And be ready to unalive somebody because of Hindu religion or Christian religion. That's the way they brought these things that you are fighting over. Guys, my name is RODDY. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at Uncle RODDY. And you can watch me. Go to my bio on TikTok. You see that YouTube. Press it and it will direct you to my YouTube channel. Then subscribe. See you guys in the evening. I'm coming out later with another topic. Later in the evening. So take care of yourselves. I just spoke my mind. I said it the way I gotta say it. So guys on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. That's how we roll here. You got it. That's how we roll here. Support this page. Let's keep changing the world.